All right, what's up, guys? I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to grind this War Thunder event that we have going on here. If you don't know, you can get a premium vehicle, event vehicle technically. All you got to do is get 40,000 mission score every 2 days. Sounds pretty easy. It's not. It's pretty lengthy. It's a terrible grind unless you have all day to play for, 20 days straight. It only takes, you only have to get 8 of these market distinctions to get the vehicle, and then 10 if you want to get the upgrade coupon to sell in the marketplace for actual money, real money, which is nice. Let me show you real quick. It is in simulator battles. You do not have to be a professional flyer to do this. It took me less than 1 hour to figure out this style or this method through sim battles. You just need to know how to take off and the basics of flying. You don't need to be a dogfighter. You don't have to have a VR headset to do this. I'm playing on mouse and keyboard. I'm sorry about the audio. I'm having to use a shitty microphone. This is my first YouTube video, so I'm on my 10th attempt because I keep forgetting to hit record or turn my mic on. But I learned this strategy through the last event because I spent 4 to 5 hours on the first day trying to grind and realized I was going to lose my mind by the time I was actually able to get the vehicle. Because just playing realistic battle was not doing it for me. I mean, and I'm not a bad player. I was averaging 2 to 6 kills a game, and I was still not getting enough. But if you don't know the simulator, you get a 2.3 multiplier compared to realistic battles right there. 1.4 and 2.3. So you get almost double for just playing simulator. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to take off. And the strategy, all it is getting to their airfield and shooting rockets. See if we can get a PvE lobby. That'd be nice. Shooting rockets at their base and damaging it, and you just rack up points. Like, this guy's clearly doing it. I mean, it just goes 9. This guy's done 9 runs. You can tell because he's died 9 times, and he's already at 9,000 points. And then he gets the 2.3 multiplier, which is just absolutely ridiculous. So I was checking to make sure it was recording. So what we're going to do here is go to their airfield, get up to about 6,000 to 7,000 meters in altitude. That's so you can avoid the AA. And then once you get on top of the airfield, cut your throttle, dive down at like an 80 to 90 degree angle, and start doing damage to the base. Now, you do need to pick and choose where you hit the base because you can see, if you're not familiar with how simulator works, they have these health bars in each corner that represents that portion of the airfield. They aren't exactly coordinated or correlated. So like if you hit this bottom right portion, the health bar is actually up here in the top left. You can look online. I think if you just type in War Thunder airfield health map, it'll show you. This back right corner is actually like the fuel area, but for some reason the health bar shows up here. The hangars, I think, shows up down here. Something weird. But green obviously means it hasn't been hit. Yellow means it's got some damage. Red, like you can see right here, means it's been damaged more than what it was in yellow. And then black is destroyed. So each run you do, I mean, with the Su-25 with this many rockets, I usually average around 800 to 900 kills. I'm sorry, not kills. Mission points per run. It'll take me about 6 to 7 minutes to get from my airfield to their airfield. So you do the math. It does not take long to rack up your market distinction points. These simulator games like 2 to 3 hours. In one full game, you could easily get it. And then, even if you don't, you can always just hop on the next one. You don't have to play the full game of simulator to get your points. But this strategy is so much more efficient and so much easier to do than just sitting there and grinding realistic battles for hours on end. Like, I was able to get my today's market distinction in 2 hours from playing. So, like, I don't even have to play tomorrow if I don't want to. But I probably will, because I'm addicted to the game. But like I said, you want to get up to about 6 to 7 thousand meters in altitude. I'll show you exactly where or how close I like to get before I start my dive to kind of get you an idea of that angle you need. Um, this does not work for every vehicle or every jet. I'll provide a list that the original guy that I saw on YouTube that found this strategy, he made a list. He did the legwork and found a list of all the vehicles that'll work. It'll work for most of the jets that can outfit a ton of rockets. So like the Su-25 can outfit 256 rockets. US has a decent bit. USSR has a decent more than just the Su-25. I don't know if China has any, but I'll provide that link in the description. And so we're almost getting there. The hardest part is not learning to fly sim. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's fairly easy to learn it, just because you're doing the basics. The hardest part really is avoiding enemy players, because if you find a lobby that's not PvE like this one is, it seems like everyone's kind of in agreement for PvE. The hardest time you're going to have is avoiding enemy players. But you can do that by staying low, because if you don't play sim, I'll tell you right now, your biggest blind spot is under your plane. Because, I mean, you can keep doing this and rolling, but so if you stay low, you're kind of hidden a lot better than you would be if you just stayed up high. Because when you're up high, you're kind of a target because you can see the trail behind it. But just because I'm doing this as a tutorial, I already grinded today and got my mission points. I'm just gonna do a quick little run here to show you. But stay kind of high or stay low if you're not in a PvE lobby. When you stay low, I typically will start my climb about a box or two away from the airfield. That way you stay low all the way here and then just kind of pick up and there. I mean, you have counter measures like flares if you need them, but you're not really equipped to fight because you have a ton of rockets. So we're approaching the airfield. I love to use the map here to gauge and kind of vector me in where I need to go. I'm just going to target the airstrip because it looks like the other area has already been hit. I can't remember what these two on the right actually mean. So I'm going to start my dive here, deploying my air brake as well. I'm actually going to go, we'll just go for the airstrip. You want to deploy your air brakes because you will rip your wings off from this Su. Once I get to about under 3,000, I'll start firing my rockets. There we go, base damaged. Let's see. And I'll tell you now, you will not survive unless you really want to. I doubt you will. You need to have a decent bit of silver lines for this. Let's go ahead and die here real quick. I would say at least 100 to 200,000, just so you can respawn and not waste your time. So boom, just like that, 737 in 7 minutes. Now you do the math. You can make multiple runs on these airfields, and then like I said, once you get that target destroyed, after you run the health bar down a little bit, you get like 14 to 1,500 on that one run, and it's pretty ridiculous because you also get your multiplier at the end. So it is well worth it to do this, unless you really just like to sit behind your PC or your console for 6 hours straight. But just to show you guys, like I'm not trying to bullshit you. We've already hit our marks the last 2 days, or the last two. I mean, it's 2 days each. So next one starts tomorrow. I'll probably get up in the morning, play for 2 hours doing that, get your mark of distinction, and then play. I might try a little bit of naval. I mean, this only works for aviation. I don't really have any tips or tricks for naval. But it seems like most of the popular events and the good vehicles come from aviation and ground, but I'm not good enough at ground. I haven't really tried it. But I'll provide the list of vehicles that you guys can use in the description, along with the original content creators, YouTube. And just give me a like, comment if you guys have any questions, subscribe. We'll try to make more worth on the content. But like I said, sorry for the bad audio and probably the poor video editing. This is my first one, so bear with me. Have a good one.